Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate
you.
Oh, thank you. It's an honor and privilege to be here today. So, good afternoon, Oklahoma Farm Bureau. I don't know about you, but I've been sitting way too long, and anytime I can get an excuse to stand up, I like to do that. So, why don't you join me? Let's just do a little exercise, make sure everybody's awake. If you're physically able, go ahead and stand up. I'd like you to stand up now, stretch your back. It just feels so good. And put your hands in the air. Put both of them up near and stretch. Or drop one of them down. Let's take one hand and one finger like you're going to try to stretch and touch the ceiling. Now take that finger and put it in your ear. Okay? Now the reason you do that is you're going to hear a lot of good stuff at this conference, and we don't want it to go in one ear and out the other. So, okay, you can have a seat here. I'm going to get kind of situated around. Thank you for having me and listening to me today. I'm going to try to share a little bit with you about my farm and some life experiences and so on that maybe you can have something to take away and take home with you today. Let's buzz through these. Now, I don't normally wear a tie. This is, if you come to my farm in Hagerstown, Indiana, on any given summer day, this is kind of the way I look and the way I dress. This is my office. We'll click through these here. This is my wife, Debbie, and my daughter, Nellie. My wife is a part-time RN. My daughter's real big into FFA. I was really pleased to see that young man sing today, and it's nice to see that corduroy blue jacket. My daughter is a president of her FFA chapter, vice president of her district chapter in FFA. I have lived on my farm since 1969. I've lived in the same place since I was 7 years old. It was part of my business plan that if you stay home long enough, your parents will leave. Now, that used to be funny until my daughter started talking about a business career in agriculture. Now, I'm not so sure that's funny. My wife and I were married in 1983. We started growing strawberries in 1985. Of course, my daughter has grown strawberries all her life. We raise strawberries, which is our main crop. We have an acre of asparagus, and we also raise Doberman Pinscher puppies. So any of you are welcome to come to my farm anytime you want. Just don't knock on my door at 1 o'clock in the morning, because the canine alarm will go off. I do have a disability. I have accommodated my farm to accommodate my disability. I have tractors with hand controls. You know, I don't use my hands or my legs like you folks can, so I just have to plow around my problems. I have hand controls on my tractors. I have a lift on my this tractor here, this old tractor. In fact, I have a new John Deere tractor sitting in my driveway that doesn't have the lift installed on it yet. Talk about somebody being antsy. Wow, everybody's driving it but me. I can't wait to get on it. But by next spring, I'll have a different picture up here with some green paint on a tractor, hopefully. We have a lot of strawberries, at least for me. We raise 6 acres of strawberries, which is tons and tons and tons of strawberries. Our harvest season is really untraditional for even Indiana. Our harvest starts around tax day, April 15th, with asparagus. There's an overlap with asparagus and strawberries. Our strawberry harvest usually is around a little before Memorial Day and ends up a little after Father's Day. So by the end of June, I'm done with my harvest. Very untraditional for agriculture, at least in my state. We have about 1/3 of our strawberries are picked by my customers. We sell everything retail, right there on the farm. 100% of it's retail. We don't ship any of it out. I wanted to eliminate the middleman as much as I could. When I was in school, they taught me at the Purdue short course, the future agriculture is to get big and make it on volume. They said, there might be a small opportunity for, if you're a small farmer, to get really good at being small. And I have 72 acres, and in those days I thought, wow, I've only got 72 acres. I'm already small. All I have to do is learn to be good at it. So that was my goal. We retail everything. 1/3 of it my customers pay me to pick, and the other 2/3 I have employees that pick it, and then we resell it to our clientele. On any given busy, sunny June Saturday, we could run as many as 1,000 people through my little driveway and my little farm. Very, very intensive operation. It's highly risky. A frost, a hailstorm, wow, it can take a whole year's income in 10 minutes. Just 10 minutes of 28 degrees or 10 minutes of hail, and I'm out of business. I understand, God understands, the banker doesn't always understand. So, but we were blessed or chosen as the Indiana Farm Family of the Year in 2006. I'm not sure what we did to achieve that, but this sign is at the end of our driveway now, and it's an honor and a privilege. If you want to learn more, here's the shameless plug part of my presentation. If you want to learn more about Bell Strawberry Farm or the things that we do to make a living, you can go to our website, which is eatmorestrawberries.com. Real easy to remember there. We like to, my family, my wife and daughter and I, we like to think we don't just cultivate the ground, we cultivate people. Because we're retail, raising that crop would do absolutely nothing if we didn't have the people in my driveway at the time when I needed it. You think about that. We've got to harvest really 2 crops, not just bringing the strawberries on and producing them, but bringing the people into the driveway when we need them. How many of you know agriculture is a stressful occupation? Now, you know what? I hear 2 types of groans out there. I hear the ladies going, oh, and I hear the guys going, oh. I think you're looking at different pictures. I collect pictures like this. That's another talk I give for another day. But agriculture is a very stressful occupation. Now, this is actually a photograph from my high school yearbook. I graduated in 1979. And this is a photograph of my high school yearbook. My guidance counselor used to joke and say, well, Ed, we'll always know you'll at least be outstanding in your field. I learned as a farm kid that, you have flat tires, you have blown pistons, that prices go up and prices go down, and good times come and bad times go. You learn that growing up on a farm. This happens to be one of the last photographs taken of me before I was injured. I was at the World's Fair in Knoxville, Tennessee in 1982. And my life changed September 5th of 1982 when a man, happened to be a jealous ex-boyfriend, tried to kill my wife and I. And it was an eventful day. And in the short time I have, I'll kind of give you the abbreviated version. He attacked us, had stalked us for several months, and I just couldn't take no for an answer. They didn't have stalking laws in those days, or he might have gone to jail. But he stalked us, and on September 5th of 1982, attacked us, broke in where we were at, kicked in a door, and he was armed with like a brass knuckle type knife, which by the grace of God he dropped, and a .44 caliber handgun. Now, I am not a soldier. I am not a police officer. I don't have that kind of training. I'm a farmer. I've grown up a farmer. I was 21 years old, pretty good shape, rough and tumble, but I'm a farmer. I did the best I could with what I had to work with at the time.